The weekend is over, and They Will Kill You has its final numbers. Came in yesterday, and it finished at 5 million, which isn't great. I thought this movie would do a lot better. I think it had got little problems already at not two, and little scheduling problems, and the movie ended up being a total flop, if you ask me. Um, I had this as my number six movie, and I don't think it deserves to be there. I think Spoonful of Chocolate and Desert Warrior will beat it at this point. And even Newborn will beat it at this point. This movie, Newborn, which has no promotion, being 2 weeks out, but I still think it would beat They Will Kill You. Let me see. I guess we'll see how second week goes with this movie. Does have some good reviews, some internet buzz, but I think it's dead on arrival. I don't see it's doing too much better. I'll be lucky to do 10 million of that. But let's go online and see what the experts say. I know there's an article on Deadline I pulled up. This movie's from New Line and Nocturnals. They Will Kill You didn't do well with a 5 million domestic and 9 million global. 9 million global there. Remember, they were looking at 20 million debut. So they're looking for a 20 million debut, and they did 5 million and 9 million. I guess they were looking at 20 million global. They did 5. They did 9, so they did half of what they thought they were going to do. No, part of the distribution rollout for They Will Kill You and Ready to Me 2, Here I Come, debuting now, was to play into the Easter holiday. I guess both of them have the Easter holiday up, and we'll see if they do better Easter holiday. The Zazie movie had no PLFs and played lightly in East, South, and West with the Burbank, California AMC, the Pig's top grossing venue, with around 5,000K. Basically, PLFs is the movie had no special theaters. It had no IMAX or 4D movie theaters. But even with that, it shouldn't have done 5 million. Diversity demos were 42% Caucasian, 25% Black, 21% Latino, 7% Asian American. I guess they didn't do a big job with the black people. I seen one interview, if not two, with her. And Zazie Beetz, she's popular, but I'm not so sure she passed the threshold just yet. Black people didn't come out. Basically, nobody came out for this movie. But I guess 5 million is decent for your first showing, I guess. The 25-34 bunch was the biggest for this film, a 36% turnout. Despite being a thrifty price movie at 20 million, they paid 20 million to make this movie basically. Co-financed between Skydance, the guys over at they own Paramount now, and co-own Nocturnal and New Line, is an upset that an original diverse movie, which we need more of, didn't succeed. Once again, like I said, I didn't label this a black movie for say. I labeled this a movie with a black person in it, but it was a black lead, and those we feel should do better. But the Mercedes, I guess the Mercedes is what they're playing. They have a long relationship with New Line, and one is giving it the It franchise across film and HBO Max. Okay, the Muscatties, I think is the way you pronounced it. I think these guys are producers. I think they're a producing team, a brother and sister producing team. They do the It franchise and different horror movies. They might do more than just it, but they produced this movie. Okay, HBO Max. Hence why this movie is at the Burbank, California lot instead of the Melrose lot. Basically, whatever connection they had. They produced this movie. Didn't do well. What can I say? Only thing I say is let's see how second week goes. There's Easter. The movie does have some good reviews, some internet buzz, but I think it's dead on arrival. That's all I can say. I think it's a dead movie, and one can Zazie Beetz, she's a first starring role. She's not a full-fledged star just yet. Like I said, she hasn't passed that threshold. But this is her first starring role. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it gets better for her as time rolls on. They Will Kill You as a wash for now. So let's see what's next for the black movies. Up next, I think is You, Me, and Tuskegee, which will have a good look. I see that being successful. And Newborn, which is David Ayelo's movie, which is so far hasn't had really much of a marketing or any buzz, but it's on the same day. I might cover the drama. The drama with Zendaya. It's definitely not a black movie per se, but it got a black lead, and maybe I'll see how it does. But as they say, on to the next. All right, peace.